Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. It's Teshwa Jogona here on Teshwa Jogona Vlogs. Guys, yes. 600 to 700 pounds a week. That sounds like a good deal. If you like besha, money, you know, if you like being comfortable, then you know what? This is your video. This is your video, and that's why I'm doing it in the car because if I don't do it now, it might it might not get done. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and liking my videos. I also do not take you for granted for coming back and actually, watching the videos. And I usually say because my content they're broad. They're about life in the UK. They're about life as a mom, So I might not make a content that will benefit you today, but you know what? The content might benefit someone else. So please do not forget to share. Okay, so we start. These jobs are live-in carers jobs. Yes, they are live-in carers jobs. And some of them, I had given out the names initially. I did a different content, but there is actually live-in carers recruitments that is happening right now, like right now. Yeah. So when you watch this video, you need to go ahead and try your best and apply. Okay. So, my people, you can see how it is important for me to share this content with you. And you know what? It's called Scratch Me, I Scratch You. So, please, if you haven't subscribed, do consider subscribing. Yeah? If you feel that you are excited, excited waiting for the information that I'm going to pass here, just hit it. Hit that button, Hit that button. Let's get to at least 900. We are still at 8 something. And yeah, we are getting there. And thank you so much. So guys, it is live-in carer. Get me right. Live-in carer. I have tried my best in so many videos to explain the difference between all these healthcare jobs. But again, I will never get tired until we win. So this is the thing. Live-in carer is where you live with your client. Yeah, you live in their home, you support them from their own home. Yeah, and can you imagine earning 600 to 700 pounds? And you know what? You are living in their home, you are not paying electricity bill, you are not paying water bills, and so on and so forth. That sounds like a good deal. So these jobs, I have a few agencies, and these agencies, I'm holding the phone, so guys, it might be a little shaky, but I have to pass the information. These agencies are Enviva Care Limited, Angels Healthcare Limited, and Enna Care Group. Guys, these companies are recruiting from abroad. And if you are eligible, if you have your proficiency in English, if you have your case, you have the requirements that are needed, I don't see the reason why you shouldn't upload your CV and start applying for these jobs. Yeah, live-in carer, you live with the person you're looking after in their own home. You support them with what they're supposed to be doing. But please do not skip this content because I don't want you to miss anything, and then come back on the comment section, ask the same questions that I have answered here. So I will put the names on the link and their links and so on. So please make sure you check the description after watching this video. So live-in carer, what is the most important thing that you must have? It is very important that you have a license. Yes. Because when you're living with this person, sometimes they have a doctor's appointment. Sometimes they want you to take them out to do something. So you will find that these agencies, recruiting agencies, would like you to have a license, a valid license. This is what I want to say. If you are somewhere, because of course most of the people will be out of England or United Kingdom. What happens is, for example, if you're a Kenyan, you have the Kenyan license, but you can switch to I don't what is the best word to use, but you can get an international license. I do remember when I first came to Europe, I changed my license to international license, and I remember in Germany I was allowed to drive for 6 months before you do something or you attain a Germany driving license, which is the same case if you're from South Africa and any other country. There is a way out. You can come in with your international license, and then after your international license, you maybe you'll be allowed to you'll be allowed to drive for 6 months to 1 year before you either do some required driving test and so on and so forth to get a UK license. So driving is very, 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 very important, and it is a requirement. So that's why I'm saying do not skip. Do not try to skip the video. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Yeah, because, I don't want you to miss. Another thing that is very important is your experience. Experience in care. Who have you ever cared for? Some of these agencies, they will go to an extra mile of making sure they call you before their interview. Yeah, they call you so that they can even get that personal information, because some of us have only cared for our grandmothers or our relatives or our moms or our siblings, So how important is care to you? Yeah, what experience do you have in care? Our experience is different. It doesn't have to be in hospital, but you might have cared for some time for a relative. So remember, experience is important. Okay. Another thing that is very important is your police clearance. Because you're dealing with vulnerable people, that means you will need a police clearance from your country. And if you're successful here in your interview, they will carry out a DBS check, because actually it's very vulnerable. It is vulnerable. You're working with vulnerable people, but you're actually in a vulnerable position compared to people working in care homes or hospitals. This is because it is a one-to-one with the person you're looking after. Yeah, so you have to be they have to be sure that you are the right person for the people they will send you to look after. So we have mentioned a few things, and you are required to be able to work from at least 2 weeks to 6 weeks, 2 weeks to 12 weeks. So from 2 weeks to 3 months, in short. So what it means is you will be in that house. Of course, you will have some breaks, like lunch breaks. I have seen some company here, they pay someone different to come. They pay someone different to come in and cover your break, like if it's a half an hour break. And also, if you're supposed to go to bed at 8 or 9, then there's someone else who comes in, depending on the needs of the client you're looking after. Because one thing you're supposed to know if you are interested in care, the care is individual approached. Yeah, so everyone have their own individual needs. So there might be someone that needs someone through the day, but when they go to bed, that's it. They go to bed, and in the morning they will wake up, and you continue to support them. But there are those people, because of the nature of their ailment, sickness, or blah blah blah, they need someone also to be awake to look after them through the night. So what happens is you find that they will send in someone to cover you through the night so that you can sleep, and then in the morning you will wake up, get handover from them, and continue looking after your client. So that is how it works. What I would like to say is, in this because you remember this, when you get your certificate of sponsorship, you will come to UK because of your certificate of sponsorship. Yeah, so you will come because of employment, but your dependents will come because your visa can allow them to come. So I would like to say that it's up to you. I think I don't know, my own opinion, if you're abroad, live-in carer is very good, but it has its challenges. So if you're required to work by the company 2 weeks to 12 weeks and you're married, that's a very tricky one. So for me, I would say probably you can discuss with your agency and employer if you're successful and shortlisted on the interview, and discuss with them that you probably 2 weeks on to 1 week off, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 weeks on, 1 week off. So you might find you are one of the people that covers other people that have done a long time to go on their leaves, if I'm making sense. So you are like a cover. But all in all, you are earning good money being a live-in carer. Remember, you are living in that place, yeah, Monday to Sunday. Of course, you're having reasonable breaks that, yeah, person that is working should have. Another thing I would like to say, of course, it's very, very important that when it's time for interview, please sell yourself. Be confident. What's your name? Remember, most of this not even most, these interviews are happening virtually. So you can imagine, you need to be, be confident. Yeah. What's your name? My name is Jen. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. You say your name. Yeah, your experience in care, entice them, like make them want to have you. Because remember, they are also looking at people that are very suitable for the clients. You can imagine if you're a gloomy person, you're just like this, and you're going to spend weeks and weeks in someone's house that you're supporting, and you have no life in you. Then they might think, no, I don't think we need you. So guys, the names are the ones that I've mentioned, and I will link them. Please make sure, if you haven't watched eligibility criteria, the eligibility criteria is more or less the same, because this is a health and care workers visa. It's just that this category it's a live-in carer. Yeah. So guys, I hope you've taken notes. And what else did I want to say? So of course, living in someone's house also have challenges. There is a lot of challenges, and just know you're there to work, and please portray the best behavior you can, because if you're like me, my skin tone is like mine, just know you also have a disadvantage, because some people might not want someone who is of my skin tone, or someone who's come from Africa or any other country that has my skin tone. This is something I've experienced, and many other people can attest to this. They have experienced. So those are challenges that you might get. So, but anyhow, you will find that you might have maybe sometimes you might have difficulty getting a placement, but it's not that bad. Some people will still have to take you, not because they want you, but because there's no other person. Because the reason why people are actually being recruited from abroad, it's because there's the shortage in care. Yeah. So there's all these things that you have to know, that you might, and you might even get called some names. Remember, some of the people that you're looking after, they're vulnerable and they're very elderly. So they have this perspective in mind of how they think about Africans, or someone that has the same skin tone as me. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. This job also is tricky. You might boil up, and always learn to control your anger and emotions, because you might feel, oh my God, and you might find even some jobs you just walk away. This job, you cannot, of course, you can probably, if someone is abusing you physically, because of course it is what they're suffering from that is making them behave however they're behaving. So you might probably have to go to the garden, or probably just open the door and step outside, but you can never leave the person by themselves. Remember, you're the only person taking care of them. It's not like in hospital, you have other people that you can go and say, this is what I'm facing, and you know what, just look for someone to cover me there or something. No, you have to stay around until your agency covers you or brings someone else to cover you. So these are challenges that you might get. And of course, you might get challenges that, of course, you're okay with the person you're looking after, but when the family comes, you find that they're behaving funny. Yeah, those are things that you will see. Also, if it's not written, it didn't happen. Please also learn that you have to always write down things that have happened. If your client, for example, falls, make sure you take then whatever is on the care plan, whatever measures are in the care plan, write it down. If it's a person, because there are people, mostly like there are people that, some people have epilepsy, and if they hit their head, you have to call 111 for guidance. So if that is what happens, please always cover your back. Those are the things that you have to learn. And you know what? These are the things, but that if you're successful and you come here, they will give you a crash course. Possibly it will last for 5 days, and you'll be able and capable to go and do your job. So guys, I hope you've learned something, and please use those, check on those recruiting agencies and do the necessary. If you have what it takes, apply right now. Until next time, please stay safe, be blessed, and be kind.